Welcome back to AthsTV. A huge week ahead of us. The Australian Track and Field Championships. 3,500 athletes striving for glory, and we can't wait to get into it. So many different events. We're going to talk to track shortly and the field, but let's start with the juniors because there are a lot of promising athletes in Australia. We talk about the depth in the senior ranks, but of course I have to come from somewhere, and we're seeing a lot of wonderfully talented juniors. And there was an under-17 young girl, Tamsyn, who had a wonderful weekend last weekend, but looks primed to dominate next week in under-17s.
Isn't she promising? We're obviously talking about Ellie Beer, who's there on the screen. She's just dominated that 400 metres and she's running away with it, and she looks so fresh and she's good off the ground, long pink socks, and she was fantastic to interview. You can tell that she's a 16-year-old straight after it when she dropped a wahoo in the interview. But I mean, she ran 52.53. That is just a phenomenal time. Not only is that a good junior time, that's a good senior time for our girls at the moment. She would push in the open ranks, but I'm so excited that she is staying in her junior age group because I think you only get this one chance to dominate your junior age group and really show how talented you are. And it's fantastic to see that she's sticking to the juniors and she's running the under-17, 200 and 400. And I think we're going to see big things. I think she'll still run really fast because Sydney track is a fantastic track for 400s and 200s.
Connor Murphy, young superstar, under-20s. How do you think, when we look at it, how he's going to go the triple jump style?
Yeah, I think just the fact that he's doing his 20s, the way the program works, the 20s are at the start of the week just to allow a lot of them to do the opens as well. And he'll be doing the 20s at the start of the week and the opens at the end of the week. He's also been dabbling in a bit of sprints and second at the New South Wales Champs. Obviously, his dad was the 11-time national champion over the triple jump. Pretty handy runner himself, 10-4. He coaches Rowan Browning as well, so he's around that elite kind of environment all the time. To see someone who can, do the triple jump and also have that bit of speed, I think that's a great recipe for it. And he's going to actually compete against Alwyn Jones, who took the bronze medal off his dad, Andrew, in 2006. Alwyn came third, Andrew came fourth, so this could be a revenge for the Murphy family if Connor can get in front of Alwyn on the week. He's going to have to jump 16 metres, which is going to be a big jump, but, it's time to do it.
So we're in the revenge generation for Australian track and field. Hey, well, anything that gets everyone going. Talking about the triple jump and the under-20 that into the open, Oscar Miers will do the same thing in the high jump.
Yeah, exactly, and he's another one of the talents. He jumped on the weekend, his first comp so far this year. This is him up in Cairns in horrid conditions, but he had a great 2018 where he just went from jump to jump to jump, threw 7 centimetres on top of his best when he got silver at the Youth Olympic Games, went 2:22. Yeah. And I think he's one, he'll probably trying to hit that 2:20, but he's someone who can just step up, at the same time. And he's actually going to be competing against his coach, Nick Boyich. So that'll be a nice little head-to-head there as well.
That would be really tough. What do you do?
How do you coach that?
How do you trust your coach?
That's true.
Yeah, no, take your run up way back.
Pass that hard, pass
You've had enough. Keep passing. 400, 800. Josh Atkinson, we're going to see do the two events. Did you ever do the two events? These two events?
Yeah, at Nationals I did. It's a tough double, but I mean, if you've got talent like Josh has got, he'll probably be able to cruise the heats a little bit, don't you think, Lynchy? Yeah, but he is a phenomenal talent. Look at the way that he runs through, and he's dropped down from longer distance down to the 400, 800, but the things that he is doing over 400 especially, his speed, I mean, he's dropped a 47-second 400, which is incredibly fast. And we saw him there beating Jack Perris, talking about parents, who was Nova Perris and Danny Batman's son. So he's not going to have it his own way, but it's going to be great because I think he's the kind of athlete that will have his PBs rewritten when there's competition out there.
Yeah, he's just a ridiculous talent. He did his performance at New South Wales Juniors, a 150 flat and a 47.9, and he's done a 47.8 just on the weekend as well. He could do something very special.
Dropped 4 seconds in his 800.
Crazy.
It's phenomenal what this kid's doing.
And we've seen with Sally Pearson, who we'll talk a little more about a little bit later on, have a fair bit of success in the 100 metres and the 100-metre hurdles, and Sophie White's going to do that exact same thing this week. Well,
she's exciting because it's always nice to see a great hurdler who's got good raw speed, and that's what Sophie's got. She's got great 100-metre speed. She's run 11.61 100 metres last year at Nationals, and she's an athlete that looks like she trains quite well. She always peaks at the right time, and she's doing the same thing. She did well at the Perth Track Classic to win the 100 and 200, and she looks like her form's coming up at the right time, and I think we'll see her run quite fast at the Nationals.
Well, yeah, so she equalled Sally Pearson's under-18 record in the hurdles last year. She ran that 11.6, was probably fast enough to get her in the 4x1 at the Commonwealth Games. It would have actually probably medalled her in the Open Championships. And I think she's going to be quite a talent. She's obviously going up into the under-20s this year, I think. So the hurdles might be going up a little bit. I'm not sure if she's going up, but she's going to be a talent to reckon with in the future. A
lot of talented teenagers getting around Australian track and field. We can't wait for it. A big week when it comes to the juniors and the Australian Track and Field Championships.